Just three radio hosts on air, dumb debating.
We got
is there
Big
crappy
Ten
baseball on?
No. We've got some Big Ten tournament. Oh no, you broke it.
No. It works. We had this issue yesterday. Where's it at, Nick?
It was down there. You're the one who made it work yesterday.
Where's it at?
Well, we got
Just
Big
gotta point at
Ten.
it. There we go.
We got. Why? Well, okay, first of all, it should always be turned towards the remote.
Well, Nick wanted to change it to something yesterday.
Oh, for the love of Pete.
I know.
I wanted to watch ranked college baseball.
We have Big Ten women's basketball tournament action going on right now. Nebraska versus the Rutgers.
Women.
Hell yeah. Hoops, baby, hoops.
We haven't talked about basketball enough today.
Oh my gosh, Nick, would you settle down? Okay, fine. Let's read this comment because you'll appreciate it, Nick. Chief 1999 writes,
Dumb debates.
wow, Josh was such a young millennial. Going back to that great drop of me singing. And now as a 40-something homeowner, time sure flies. I'm not a homeowner.
It's the beard game.
Home renter. And I'm in my 30s still. I'm still holding on. By the way, figured out during the commercial break,
Yeah.
Michael Severe was not working here anymore. He had just left. He left us to go to a newspaper to do an internet radio show.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So it probably would have been like you and Jay Foreman. Because Jay was the guy who was doing the show in the month of January.
Quick, text Jay and ask
Hey,
him.
Jay, do you remember the beard game?
Yeah,
Yeah, he definitely does.
Don't think he remembers the beard. That
we
means-
don't.
God, that means that probably would have been my idea.
It's the nice idea, idiot. It's the beard game.
It did
It's
turn out
the beard
pretty
game.
well. This is Dumb Debates. This is that time of week where you take over the grum
Nice.
by sending us your questions, and it can be on just about any subject. Trust me, we've tackled them all.
Oh, yeah.
Send it to the JTech Construction Zone Twitter page at USC 1620. You can also go to the Equitable Bank inbox, John at 1620thezone.com or Josh at 1620thezone.com. At Equitable, we take banking personally.
Firstly.
And answer the phone on the first ring. Let's start with a sports question.
Awesome.
Okay.
Man, Nick is triggered.
Chris says,
Hello, Chris.
which schools would be considered blue bloods in both college football and college basketball?
There is only one
There's
that I think you
only one
that I think you
says
could-
Josh Peterson.
that I think you can make an argument for, and I would not make the argument. Because the blue blood list of college, I actually think we should start there because the list is shorter, and so thus it's easier. And I'm going to save, the team that they're not going to be listed. Blue bloods in college hoops, in my opinion. I mean, they're all blue.
Mm-hmm,
North Carolina,
mm-hmm,
Duke, Kentucky,
mm-hmm,
UCLA,
mm-hmm.
Indiana, though some people would debate Indiana these days.
Oh! I thought you were. Never mind.
No,
Go
yeah,
ahead, go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm talking about hoops.
Sorry.
Those are the old school ones. I mean, I think you have to slide UConn into the blue blood category now. They've won
Certainly.
5 titles since '99.
Certainly.
So that's the list of blue bloods. Have I forgotten anybody? I don't think I have. So the answer, if you want to be technical, the answer is actually 0.
The answer's 0.
I think the closest to it is Florida. But that would be a much more modern conversation. 3 natties in football since 1996, but only 2 natties in basketball, and they happened back-to-back in a very short amount of time.
Well,
Obviously,
yeah, they
back-to-back.
just had a great little run there in the 90s.
Yeah.
And while they haven't fallen off the map and become bad, you can't call them a blue blood.
Correct.
There is only
That could be only one. Severe says it's Michigan. That would be another one that is close to. They are a football blue blood. They are not a basketball blue blood, but they are close because they've won championships. But it's been, when's the last time they won? Didn't they win in
89.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, man. I was goo goo gaga-ing it up.
There is only one program who shows up in the top 10 all-time wins
On both?
in both sports, football and men's basketball. Do you know who this team is?
We have not mentioned them.
They have not been mentioned.
Have they recently changed conferences?
They have not.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes my guess then. I was going to guess. Oh, I think I have a different guess then. I was going to guess Oklahoma. Is it West Virginia?
The only school that shows up in the top 10 all-time wins in both men's basketball and football is
West Virginia.
the team in football without a conference. Cheer, cheer
For old Notre Dame?
for old Notre Dame.
Really?
Taking the steroids, feeling no pain.
Wow.
Notre Dame is,
Wow.
according to Wiki, and we know they know everything,
The Beard Gang.
they're tied for, they're fourth in all-time wins. Actually, no, is that, oh, that's,
This is
yeah,
football.
oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they are, they're tied with Texas, fourth all-time wins. They would have broken the tie with Texas if they had won the national championship.
Wow.
They
Wow.
are in basketball, at least at the start of this season, were eighth in all-time wins. That is the only school. The next nearest, if you're just looking at it in terms of raw wins, the next team would be Texas.
See, that was going to actually be one of my other guesses too.
Texas was as I mentioned, they were tied with Notre Dame on the all-time wins list in college football.
Yeah.
They were 14th entering this season in terms of all-time wins in college basketball. Now that's just in all-time wins.
Yeah.
Obviously, when people talk about Blue Bloods,
You
they
start
think
talking
of
about
they
championships.
think of the championships.
Chris says you left Kansas off the list of basketball Blue Bloods. Yeah, I knew I forgot somebody, but still
So-
wouldn't help their cause on the football side. No, it
But
would
Notre
not.
Dame has only been to Final Four in its history.
And they haven't won a title, right?
Final Four. That's it.
Yeah. Kenny says Ohio State.
Nope.
Ohio State. I mean, that's a good one in terms of
I
they've
mean,
had
there
success.
are there programs that have been good to great in both sports? Yes. But I firmly
I think the answer is
believe
0-0.
that there are no
Double
programs
Blue
that are
Bloods.
double blue bloods.
Yeah. It's really hard. It's really
It
hard.
is.
O-Trip says only 10 schools have won a natty in both football and basketball. And how many of those have happened in the modern era?
Only 10. Okay, so
So Michigan would be one.
Michigan,
Florida would be
Ohio
2.
State, Florida.
Michigan, Ohio State, Florida. Arkansas,
Arkansas,
because they won in the 90s.
Michigan State.
Michigan State. That's a good and that's a good one.
Okay, Michigan
State, but they're not a blue blood in football, but they're
yeah,
pound for pound. They might.
Yeah,
They're very, very good. Very, very good. Hey, did UCLA ever win one in football?
I don't believe they have a recognized one.
Because that would be one.
Oh my goodness. Who are the others?
Who are we forgetting? Has Alabama ever won a title?
No.
See, that's what you guys are doing. Then just start going through the good football
Yeah,
teams.
not Clemson.
Nebraska hasn't won one.
Nebraska.
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma does not have a men's basketball title.
Texas,
Texas does not have a men's basketball
USC?
title. USC does not have a men's basketball
and UCLA.
title.
Do we already mention them? They don't have a football
I
title.
don't
right?
believe they have a football title. Because
Okay.
you got to remember, you got to recognize a few,
Yes.
AP, votes, whatnot.
Who we forget?
I'm just going back through time here. Notre Dame does not.
Nope.
BYU does not.
Nope.
Oh my God, there's some.
UConn does not. They don't have a
UConn.
football. They don't have. I know.
They'll never have one football.
No, they definitely won't.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. O-Trips, help us out.
There's probably some obvious ones
Yeah.
that I'm obviously
that we're
missing.
forgetting. I got some food related questions.
Oh, food.
Star Wars Fiend writes, gentlemen, food served hot are now served cold, and food served cold are now served hot. Which is your new favorite and least favorite food? So all foods that normally come hot are now cold. All foods that normally come cold are now hot. What are you liking? What are you disliking? We obviously know John is very out on pizza and or fried chicken.
Yep, those two just fell like a stone.
See, and that's funny because I actually really like cold pizza.
A lot of people like cold pizza.
And a lot of people are diseased in the brain.
You know what? Here's a side
So
one.
yes, pizza instantly falls from near the top to basically the bottom.
I'll throw another one in.
Chicken plummets
How
like
about
a
this?
rock.
Chicken wings. No, thank you.
Ugh.
That is
Ugh.
nasty. Yeah. I'm out on cold chicken.
I
wings. It ruins
insist.
them.
I insist that I don't even like lukewarm wings.
Let alone
I
cold.
want my wings to be hot out of the fryer and crispy and ready to go.
I'll give you a cold to hot that would suck, and this is an obvious one. Ice cream, no thank you. I'm
Yeah, I
not
do
trying
not-
to have no cold
I
ice
don't
cream.
want to drink ice cream. The
Well, it's just
answer,
a milkshake
the
at that
answer
point.
is there would not be a new favorite food.
From warm to hot, or
Or
from warm
either
to,
way,
There's nothing that goes the other way that you'd say that sounds good to me.
no.
I wouldn't want. I don't like any of my drinks to be the other temperature.
What about like veggies?
That's interesting because I mean, some people would say their veggies are already both. You know, like some
Yeah, I
people eat
mean,
carrots raw.
I
others
think a
eat
lot
cooked.
of. I mean, I do understand if there's some people that don't like cooked carrots, but they like raw carrots or
That's
something
me.
like that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people who like the vegetables will eat them in both forms.
Yeah, like I'd rather have broccoli cooked, but I'll eat it raw. Like I'm not opposed to it.
Mhm.
What was so funny about that, Nick?
Nothing.
Is
It's
broccoli
fine.
a sex thing
No.
with Gen Z?
No.
Interesting. Trying to figure out, is there any food that I would be okay with the other way?
What about like pie? Like
see,
you
but-
don't like warm fruit, but would you eat like a cold fruit pie?
Well, I have. I mean, usually it's like room temperature sometimes.
See, yeah, the problem with this is I'm trying to go through the Rolodex is a lot of the foods that I have cold there are also available hot. I was going to say, ham, but people have ham cooked all the time.
Hot ham and cheese
But
as a sandwich.
I had one of those for lunch, but I also like it cold.
Yeah, you see, there are some foods that go both ways.
Yeah.
People would argue that pizza goes both ways. Again, I
Yes,
would
it does.
argue that those people are diseased.
Pizza's a switch.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm struggling right now to find one that is not already doing both.
This is a
It's
That is already
terrible.
swinging from both sides of the plate
This-
like Chipper Jones.
This is a terrible world that Star Wars Fiend is proposing. A terrible, awful, rotten, no good world.
By the way, we got the list from O-Trips.
All right.
Michigan, Ohio State,
Yep.
Michigan State, Maryland. So you got to go to some real old school ones. Stanford, Cal, UCLA, Arkansas, Florida, and Syracuse.
So
And
UCLA does have a national championship?
one of those stupid claimed ones. And O-Trips adds technically Indiana, but that's debated. You know, back in the day,
Indiana?
they have a lot of weird crap back in the olden times.
Now, I ain't counting with that some rando professor from Georgia Tech used to have a poll system in the 1920s. I'm looking at AP and forward.
Yeah.
AP national champions and forward.
Yeah.
Is what I recognize.
But so that's not on the list. Otherwise, it's that.
That's a
that
good.
list is cool.
It's a good trivia question there.
Okay.
O-Trips. Good question. Yeah, there's not many. It just goes to show you it's hard to succeed at both.
It really is. Aaron of Papillion, what is the most unique / odd menu item that your school served back in the day? Deschler Public Schools had two that I remember. Flying saucers, which was a thick fried piece of bologna that was topped with a cheese-covered scoop of mashed potatoes. This was then reheated all together, making the cheese a crusty covering. And Bronco Busters,
Wow.
a piece of bread with a slice of cheese that was covered with a thick chili. Let's just say the rest of the school day was an experience.
Oh my God, that's some innovative stuff.
Lots of farting.
See, I think all of our stuff
Ooh.
just came like from the government or whatever, just the frozen standard.
Well, it did,
school
and
food stuff.
this stuff did too. But it
Did
was
it?
Well, they took it and they made it.
yeah,
Oh,
they
no.
yeah
Our-
they took the ingredients that they had
Yes,
and
chef.
they made something out of
Our
it.
cafeteria, they never did that with us.
Ours, gosh, I can't think of anything that
They
was
would make their
really.
own bread though. That was good.
Oh,
We had homemade
And
bread
we
every
had
day.
yeah, and Fremont did a really good job. We were fortunate. Our grade school was like the kitchen for a while, and we, fed some of the other schools before they got up to speed. I mean, we had a lot of the typical school lunch standards, the little Smokies, the Fiestadas.
see, that
the
was going to be my
the
answer.
Mr. Rib, the McRib
Yes,
ripoff.
yes.
But we did a lot of the normal. We had hamburger, we had hot dog day. There was fish on a bun, bleh, mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I
I think Fiestata is the closest.
lasagna every once in a while, spaghetti every once in a while.
Yeah, Fiestata is the closest thing that I can think of that felt unique because
Right.
you never see that. In
And then
like
there
a
was
restaurant.
regular pizza day,
Yes.
where
Yeah,
it was always a square pizza.
The most unique thing I guess we would do is the Crispito. I
What
don't.
was that?
It was kind of like a taquito, but a little longer and fried. There was just meat in it.
That sounds like something I'd eat.
It
Tony
was
says,
good.
mac sticks count?
What is Mac Sticks?
I
I would
assume it's a
say
stick of
yes.
mac and cheese. That definitely counts. I've never heard of that before.
Mac Sticks?
Peter writes Frito pie.
Oh, man. You guys are so lucky you had Frito pie.
I've never had Frito
I
pie.
don't think we had Frito pie. Wow, you ready for this from Severe? We had gumbo and shepherd's pie and red beans and rice. Okay, yeah, Michael.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Nice.
You know, when you
shout out Severe.
you grow up in that part of the country, and of course, you know, with all the hot
Gumbo,
or
gumbo,
the lunch ladies would always say gumbo, 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 go Saints, passing for
Well, I mean, Michael was a child in like the 80s, so I don't think they were talking about
Well, that was the thing. You know,
they could see the future.
people had to eat hot lunch in New Orleans back in those days because all
Why?
the bags were being the hot lunch or the cold lunch bags were being used by the Saints fans.
They're putting them on their
They
heads.
kept cutting holes in them so they could
Yeah.
see.
Yep, I know how that goes. You know how that
Yeah,
goes.
we just didn't have anything like really. We had really good lunch ladies, and
Really?
of course the chili feed with the cinnamon rolls, baby.
Yeah.
I suppose to a lot of the weirdos that still
Weirdos.
have not adopted the whole chili and
Normal.
cinnamon rolls thing.
It's delicious. Do it.
It is awesome.
It's very good.
Again, you're not eating them at the
Some people do though, John.
but most people don't. They eat the chili, then they have a bite of cinnamon roll.
I guess-
or they have a bite of cinnamon roll and eat the chili, or they just finish the chili, then do the cinnamon roll. But they have them at the same time.
We used to do mashed potatoes and chicken gravy, but I don't think that's like a weird thing.
Oh, turkey fricassee.
A what?
That's what they called it. It was
Surprised we're allowed to
basically
say that word. Dump that. I think
It was basically it was turkey gravy, chopped up turkey in gravy over
Yes.
mashed potatoes. Turkey fricassee.
All right, speaking of food, I realize it's 5:10. We haven't even gotten into
haven't
your
gotten to the big
question.
question yet.
Let's do it now, John.
So today at breakfast, I'm sitting at the table there, a few of the coaches, Rob Anderson, Mitch Ballock.
Oh, nice.
Forgot he was a coach.
Every time he says it, I'm like, that's right.
Sorry, Mitch.
And they had the egg bar or the omelet steak.
The egg bar. Wow. High roller John, a whole bar full of eggs. You know
Well-
how expensive those are now?
Yeah, seriously, how much did that cost?
That's a luxury item,
Got
John.
$1 billion.
Well, I had a couple eggs over easy.
They're gonna start
That's
calling
like
it.
$20 that you just ate up.
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
I hope you enjoyed your large caviar.
I did. And of course, when you have an omelet station, you have all the different ingredients,
Yeah.
and there's cheese.
Yeah.
And there was a bowl of cheddar cheese.
It's like cut so perfectly. When
It
I first saw
is.
it, I thought it was actually mac and cheese.
It was cheese to put on the omelet,
Nice. That's some good looking cheese.
and an argument ensued over the color of the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch Ballock, Creighton legend, maintains that this is yellow.
Okay.
Rob Anderson of Wisconsin, and an authority.
cheese.
Apparently, when you're born in Wisconsin, you instantly become a cheese authority.
You know
said, no,
cheese.
You get
this
the
is
cheese touch."
orange.
Okay.
And pretty soon it became a debate inside the room, different people opining on the color of the cheese.
I love the courtesy that you gave the cheese.
Mhm.
Very
Yes,
kind of you,
the-
John.
The Teaneck Marriott there in Teaneck, New Jersey. So I did a poll question. Is the cheese yellow or is the cheese orange? And the results, 72% say yellow.
Hmm.
28% say orange.
Now, there was some boots on the ground journalism that was done by friend of the Grum, Erin Sorensen.
Mhm.
She, a writer, among other things.
Yes.
So she said, I put this in Photoshop
Mhm.
and got the hex color of the cheese, which is EB003. I searched that hex color code and got the description. Vivid yellow.
Vivid yellow.
Vivid yellow is indeed the description of that color, according to Photoshop.
I will be honest with you. When I see cheddar cheese,
You think it's orange?
I think it's orange.
Yeah. It's more orange than yellow when I see
It just
cheddar.
shows you how close orange and yellow are to each other.
I am colorblind. When I first saw this, I was like, that looks orangish. It has an orange tinge
Orange
to it.
tinge.
Or it's
And
just a
even in
really
this-
bright yellow.
Even
This
in
is
this
yellow to me.
picture, it leans orange.
Yeah.
If I had to take a side,
Wow. One side.
I would lean
John.
orange.
See, in cheddar cheese to me does look orange, but this
Yes.
to me looks yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I just see yellow here.
Correct.
Call Coldplay.
Sam writes, it's kind of a Packers yellow. It is kind of a Packers yellow.
I mean, it is.
Is that the color that the Packers have? Vivid yellow, or what was it? Bright vivid yellow?
Something like that.
Max writes, most definitely orange.
Max, I don't know if your eye cones are accurate.
Well, 72% say it's yellow.
Max writes, the background food is yellow in the picture. The forefront cheese is orange.
And I was trying to remember what that was. That
pineapple? Looks like pineapple.
No.
to
It
me.
looks like
No.
potatoes.
That doesn't
No,
look like
it wouldn't have been
anything to
either
me.
because this was the omelet station. So all
Put
of the
potatoes and omelets.
Yeah, but no, there was potatoes.
Mm.
There was breakfast potatoes on the buffet line.
That's
This was
not
a separate.
Somebody else's plate. Is that
No,
egg?
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I'm going to lean slightly orange. Slightly. But that could be my eyes being broken.
I've got one more quickie. If
Okay.
we want to touch on that.
Sure.
It came up during break today. I wanted to go to a vending machine.
Yes.
To get some Cheetos, and the Cheetos are $1.50.
Yep.
Normally I'd use my card, but the vending machine
It's not taking
wants
cards.
cash today.
Yeah. Nick says, it's no big deal. I have $1.50.
Yes, and
And then you also described it real quick. You said, I don't want to put the dollar in and it's coming in and out and in and out. So in
Yes.
my head, I was forming something of, okay, he has $1.50.
yes. So I put $2 in the machine.
Yep.
And got 50 cents back.
Yep.
But if you have $2,
Do you have $1.50?
do you have $1.50? I'm gonna say yes.
$2 is not $1.50. $1.50 is in $2. But when Nick said I have $1.50, to me that says I have $1 and also a 50-cent piece or 2 quarters or 5 dimes.
Wow, how
Or
old,
10 nickels
How
or
old are you,
50
Grandpa?
50 pennies.
I got a Kennedy 50 half dollar
Nick
here.
loves stupid coins.
I'm not gonna use a $50 on the vending machine.
Yeah,
I don't know if it would
He's the
even
one
fit.
that said it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to cover all bases.
How come this Kennedy won't fit inside of there? Maybe we need to blow a hole in this coin so it'll fit.
That's what Nick said, folks. That wasn't John or me. That was Nick.
Yeah, I think when
you
you imply that you have $1.50,
And describe putting in $1.
especially when you're that specific,
Yeah.
it would imply to me that you had $1.02
Yeah,
or
that's what
4 bits
Or a 50
or a
cent
50-cent piece.
piece. Yeah, that's what I definitely thought.
No, I guess it's so. If I had a $5 bill, I would still say I have $1.50 because I have $1.50
No.
on me.
Why would you say I have $1.50 of a $5 bill?
You have a 5.
Yeah, you say I have a 5.
Yeah.
Because the Cheetos were $1.50. It's like,
So
yeah,
if you
I
had
have $1.50.
$100, you'd say I have $1.50.
Yeah,
What?
That's ridiculous.
but I wouldn't put $100 in a vending.
You
machine.
wouldn't put a $5 in $1 in a vending machine.
Right.
That's not allowed.
I think you can. I think it
Here?
does 1 in 5.
Okay.
You just get a lot of quarters back.
That's
get so
that.
many
I'd be
or a
so
lot of
annoyed.
Kennedy $half with the hole blown in.
Oh, it's Nick's Kennedy $half again.
That's my signature. Whenever
really
I get a
is.
new one,
Yeah.
I get my drill.
Yeah, no, I mean, yes, you have $1.50 to spend,
Yes.
but you actually have $2.
$2. Sam writes, Nick is technically correct, but colloquially
Colloquially.
wrong
Groceries.
because no one speaks like that. Yeah, no one speaks
No,
like that.
no
Says
one
the guy
speaks.
trying to say colloquially.
Colloquially, I just said it. I
Colloquially.
just spoke like it.
Yeah.
I have
You
$1.50.
did, and you just spoke wrong.
And you confused us. Because then when you're like, yeah, I got my 50 cents back, I said, but you said you had $1.50.
you said
I
you had
did.
$1.50. No, you
And
had
I-
$2.
I put $2 in.
$2.
Now you have 50 cents.
$2. Peter, by the way, going back to your photo, which I put back on the screen, says that picture honestly hurts. It is so much.
It is a lot of.
It's like those Baylor uniforms. back
Yes.
in the
I think
day.
he was saying the picture hurts it. I think he said the picture wasn't doing justice.
Oh,
to the
okay. I thought you were
cheese.
saying his eyes. I can see either side. Colloquially.
I mean, it could
Colloquially.
probably use a little
Colloquially.
better lighting, but I just
Cloaca.
took it quickly because I was busy. We were trying to get out so I could be back here on time
John
You did a
didn't
great
to
want
do
to.
the Grum.
No, what really? John didn't want to be approached by the staff. Like, sir, why are you taking a picture of our cheese?
Why do you have so many eggs?
No, the guy working the omelet station, I asked him what color it was, and he said it
Wow.
was yellow.
You had your own omelet chef in your large caviar
That's what
station.
when you do an omelet at a place like that, they do make it for you.
Yeah.
You're not going to make it yourself.
Yeah, they don't want you making it themselves. That's a fire hazard.
Honestly, Nick, this
and
is
it's
a-
an insurance
Oh, but they let you make your
liability.
own pancakes and waffles.
It's
in
way
some of these
different. It's way
places.
different. Way different.
No,
Waffle
no.
is you just pour it in, you turn it over. Omelet, bro, you need a person who knows what they're doing with the omelet. Also,
It's
Nick,
an
that's
omelet.
no, it's not just an omelet. It's a life hack, is what it is. If you go to a hotel and they have the tray of the egg goop, I'll eat it. I'm not opposed to it. But an omelet is fresh eggs. They crack them. Oh God, I love omelets at restaurants or at hotels.
Mhm.
I had one every day in Mexico. Jalapenos in it, so good.
I don't
Imagine
know,
how
last
good the
weekend-
omelets would have been if you would have bothered to go to the
If I would have gone to
pyramids.
the ruins.
The
Yeah.
ruins.
Do you guys make omelets at the ruins?
I bet
They
they
make
would have.
ruined omelets.
They do.
I bet you would have had the best omelet of your life, and you never would have known.
Yeah, maybe that's true, Nick.
It's possible.
Sam writes the 50 cents back Nick is describing makes it sound like he found the next TikTok infinite money glitch, the NRG media vending machine. Oh, that'd be fun, Nick.
Put
You
a
could be
dollar, got 50 cents.
Well, in many ways, that vending machine, that particular vending machine, is like a money pit or
I've lost
a
money
never-ending
in
money
there.
supply, but it's always the money going in,
Yeah.
and it's usually from the idiots, whoever they are, who think that they can spend pennies and put pennies in there.
John, a penny fits. Why can't I put it in?
It clearly says on the outside
No
of the machine
pennies.
which denominations it takes.
But I only have
One.
$1.50 in pennies.
Unreal.
Then go to the bank and get it cashed in for $1.50.
You better have like $1.67 to cover the cost of having to cash that
Good
in
point.
to $1.50.
Good point.